Hello. I'm excited today because I'm going to teach you about something called mindfulness. By the end of this lesson, you will learn what mindfulness is and why people practice mindfulness. But before I teach you all of that, I'd like to ask you a few questions. So just think to yourself if you've ever done any of these things. Have you ever said something that you regretted? Have you ever done something that you regretted? Have you ever felt very nervous or anxious? Felt angry, out of control? Have you ever not been able to sleep? Have you ever realized you've been in a bad mood and you're not sure why? Have you ever spaced out in class or struggled to stay focused on something? Have you ever lacked empathy? If your thought is yes to any of these things, then I want to give you a tool you can use to help. And that tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a way that we can develop and strengthen our mind. As a teacher, I've caught myself saying, you need to improve your focus. But I realized I never gave students a way to improve their focus. Practicing mindfulness will help you improve your focus. It'll help you improve your recognition and management of your emotions so that you notice you're getting angry before you do something you regret, or you notice when you're getting worried and you can calm yourself down. Mindfulness will help you make better decisions, and it will increase your empathy in relationships. Mindfulness is like exercise for your mind. Many of us enjoy exercising our bodies, whether that's running or lifting weights. But most people don't exercise their mind, and mindfulness will do just that. Mindful Schools has defined mindfulness as paying attention to our experience in a way that allows us to respond rather than react. It's a quality of inner stillness that's always available, even when our life circumstances feel out of control and chaotic. I want to show you what I mean by mindfulness by having you watch this 2-minute and 43-second video. Here we go.
You may have heard this word mindfulness. It's become something of a buzz phrase of late. So I'm going to give you one simple, serviceable definition, which is this. Mindfulness is the ability to know what's happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it. Imagine how useful this could be. Just as an example, you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off in traffic. How do you normally react? I think most of us, we normally react by having a thought, which is, I'm pissed. And then what happens next? You immediately, habitually, reflexively inhabit that thought. You actually become pissed. There's no buffer between the stimulus and your reaction. With just a little bit of mindfulness, in that same situation, you might notice my chest is buzzing, my ears are turning red, I'm having a starburst of self-righteous thoughts, I'm getting angry. But you don't necessarily have to act on it and chase that person down the road, screaming at them with your kids in the back of the car thinking you've gone nuts. Now, you might be thinking, don't I need to get angry sometimes? Aren't I justified? I would say yes, but probably not as much as you think. The proposition here is not that you should be rendered by mindfulness into some lifeless, non-judgmental blob. The proposition is that you should learn how to respond wisely to things that happen to you, rather than just reacting blindly. And that, my friends, is a superpower. How do you get it? The way to get it is through meditation. I believe that meditation and mindfulness are the next big public health revolution. In the 1940s, if you told somebody you were going running, they would have said, who's chasing you? But then what happened next? The scientists swooped in, they showed that physical exercise is really good for you, and now all of us do it, and if we don't, we feel guilty about it. And that's where I think we're headed with mindfulness and meditation. It's going to join the pantheon of no-brainers like brushing your teeth, eating well, and taking the meds your doctor prescribed for you. Let me just close by saying, mindfulness is not going to solve all of your problems, It's not going to render your life a nonstop parade of unicorns and rainbows. Nonetheless, this is a superpower, and one that is accessible by you immediately.
All right, so let's get that superpower. Let's practice this mindfulness thing that can help us in so many different ways, that exercise for our minds. When you're in a classroom and sitting in a chair, the mindfulness practice or posture you will pick is your back is upright, your feet are flat on the ground, you're still and quiet. Your mind and body are relaxed yet alert, and you're letting your eyes close. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, you're putting them at a soft gaze. So I want to try this simple mindfulness practice, and one of the ways we can be mindful is by paying attention to things such as a sound. So I have this thing called a mindful bowl, and I'm going to ring it so that you can hear this sound. And while I'm doing that, I would love for you to remain in that mindful posture. So again, your back is upright, your feet are flat, you're still, you're quiet, your mind and body are relaxed yet alert, and your eyes are closed or at a soft gaze. So just listen to this sound and try to take a few deep breaths in and out of your nose. I will begin and end the practice with this chime. All right, open those eyes, stretch out your body if you need to. That is our first very short practice in mindfulness. We'll be practicing this regularly. I've listed some infographics about different places you can go for help in mindfulness, and I thought that this was a great example of what mindfulness is and how it can help. Again, the being mindful is a pretty simple idea, but it is not easy. I'm excited to teach you more and hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you.